You just, whatever you want, Tony.
My name is Tony Hasbun. I grew up in this neighborhood, and I've always been living here for almost 50 years. I'm going to tell you about my best friend, which is Adriano Espaillat. He came into this neighborhood in 1965. I guess I was the first person he ever met, but we had a great time. And I can tell you one thing, I know him for 50 years, almost 50 years. It's incredible. We were the same age. I'm only 1 month older than he is. So we bond as soon as we met. And school was right here, PS 28. And for us, it was just a simple walk going to the school, 128th Street. PS 28 went 155th Street. And we walked, we used to play punch ball in the schoolyard, which it was great. And coming back, it was just, we have to get used to walking through the cemetery. Being young, always believed in El Cuco. So we always dodged the cemetery as fast as we could walking. It's a funny story because I lived in apartment 54 and he lived in apartment 64. So we were just one underneath the other and we had a great time. I mean, every time we banged the steam, the heating pipe, you know, and that's how we knew when we had to go down. When we were young, we wanted to go out, play baseball. We went down the Riverside Drive and we used to play and we had a great time.
What?
His dress code was always neat. He's sloppy now.
Why you say that?
Because I see him dress now. He used to dress, he was neater when he was younger, in his dress code. Yeah. Always, the pants was always on correctly, yeah, pressed. His mom used to. You probably got a story about his mother ironing the pants? No? Okay. No, his mother used to always iron his clothing, his shirt, and I used to be upset because I had to do my own ironing. My mother was not there to do my ironing. So when I used to go upstairs, you know, his mother was doing the ironing. Okay. I would like to show you the school. Why don't you come with me? Follow. This is PS 28, Public School 28, where Adriano Espaillat, first school he went to, 3rd grade. And this is where he got his education. Public school. It's known as the Wright Brothers. And it's excellent. If we go to the front, you will see a mural that they have, which is, it plays an important role in our community. We used to play punch ball. I wasn't as good as other kids either. But Adriano wasn't a good athlete. He was not a good punch ball player. Remember, you have to get the Spalding and punch it as hard as you can. And the backyard, Adriano was pretty good. He always was clumsy growing up at the early age, but he was great. He was great. He was a great kid.
What do you think he would say if you told him he wasn't a good punch ball player?
Adriano would have taken it personally, me stating that he was not a good punch ball player. Because he wasn't. You know, the truth, he admitted to the truth. He would admit to that, but he would take it personally. The one who was great was Benaldo. Bernie was excellent punch ball, and Narciso, which they lived in 160, and we all came in here. They were good punch ball players. This is the best place to go sled riding, and here's where Adriano, myself and his brother, and my brother, we used to ride our sled down here. There was only one sled, and it was owned by Adriano. That was the biggest problem. So we used to ride it 2 at a time, or sometimes try to get 3 at a time. Being born in Dominican Republic, in a warm climate country, Adriano, my brother, and his brother Ulysses, we used to ride, you know, riding a sled was like a unique thing to do in New York. One day, we almost crashed and we couldn't stop. Riding our sled, we were coming to a dead end and there was a big mountain of snow. Now imagine the sanitation truck sometimes used to push the snow and used to make a hill. And we rampaged that hill. And we sort of like flipped over. Riding his sled one day, he tumbled, 3 flip. Remember, we come from a warm climate country. So riding a sled was not easy. It was not easy. It was an experience of a lifetime. We're gonna go to Riverside Drive where we used to play baseball. Remember, baseball is the American pastime, and we play the American game. We being from Dominican Republic, it was our game. Adriano, his idol in baseball, if you talk to him about baseball, he knows the history of baseball more than any average kid. Even then, he knew about, you talk to him about Roger Maris, Mickey Mantle, the Mick. You talk to him about Juan Marichal, history, pastime. He knows the history. I don't want to say which organization he loves in Dominican Republic, but here he's a Yankee fan. In Dominican Republic, he likes the Licey, and that was his idol. Let me show you what we play. It's a lot of fun. Growing up in New York City, it's ideal. We used to play what is called money game. In Spanish, we call it desafío. And that's what we had here. The same way that these kids are here playing, that's how we did it. And we play a lot of games. Yeah. Adriano loved the money game because it was the only way that we could get at least 10 cents to buy the soda when we got up there. And they used to give us some tip by playing those games, the older kids. And the men used to come and play, and they used to give us a quarter, 35 cents.
What was the tip for?
The winning. Sometimes he did an excellent performance, made good catches. He could always make good catches. Sometimes he used to play third base, and they used to hit him hard. Remember, we played with all the guys. They were men, and we play here, and he made some good catches. I remember once blowing a game, and I still remember that game. The ball went over my head, a line drive that went. So his team won, but I still got the soda. So it was not for the money, it was just for the fun. They used to put in $2 or $3 per game, 3-inning games, and it was great. It kept us out of trouble, and we were here playing. We were playing here all year round. I'm asking my wife to get me some of the pictures that I might have during those old days that we used to have with Adriano. Walking down here and playing and waiting to play those games and fantasizing making the dramatic catch. We always thought of that. That was our dream, always winning the game. And Adriano won a lot of the games. That's one thing I give him. He won a lot of the games. And he was a good player. He was a good player, but he was an excellent runner. And I still feel that he should go out there and run. He should go out there and run. Adriano, if I really have to tell you one good thing, is keep on working. You haven't stopped working since you were a kid. And right now, if you do go to Congress, I want you to work hard as you can and continue your hard work, because we all have benefited from it. And we're still benefiting from your hard work, from childhood to adult. Okay.
You want to say anything else?
And I love him as a brother. He knows that. Eso es garantizado. Yeah, siempre. No puedo sacar lágrimas, porque yo lo quiero demasiado, es verdad. Yo lo quiero mucho a él. Es como nosotros somos familia, indirectamente. Tuvimos mucho tiempo siempre criados y mucha experiencia, positiva y negativa. Pero la experiencia es enorme, es enorme. A mí, nosotros jugando, cuando íbamos a tener pleito, nos defendíamos uno al otro. Siempre buscábamos el lado de defendernos siempre.
He's a good person.
Yeah. I know him too long, and I can tell you, I vouch for him. I know him, 48 years? And he's always done the right thing. I love him as a brother.